exciting. I'm very interested to watch this. I have not seen really much of any Ziggs support. One of the things kind of working for it, I guess, is, if you're looking at something like a Tom Kench, you can disengage the Tom Kench fairly easily with things like that satchel. Will give you a little bit more survivability, perhaps, against some of these ganks compared to something like a Zyra who doesn't have any of that type of disengage. This is also something where you can punish turrets so heavily. The Ziggs passive auto attack does so much damage to turrets, and you're able to refill that very quickly, casting out your spells after you actually use that auto. Obviously, the satchel to destroy turrets. I don't think he's going to put points in W until later on, so that still will remain a 20% or so execute on that turret. But
Yeah.
if you're expecting to have a winning lane, Ziggs is someone who really can help you cash in on those turret plates and potentially knock down an early turret. So very cool stuff from Golden Guardians. I respect it. It's week 9. Take a swing for the fences here and see if you can punish one of these Tom Kench lanes.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Ziggs was not something people saw coming in the horizon, by the way. I looked at the last 30 days solo queue pick rate. Has not spiked anywhere recently yet. Maybe today's game will make that happen. Either way, exciting. I love new things in Champ Select. We've got a Varus Ziggs bottom lane. We'll see if it works out. Gonna take a 5-minute commercial break for competitive integrity, so we'll see you after that. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. LCS is here, and I love it. It's the highlight of my weekend. That's absolutely true. Our 5-minute delay for competitive integrity is about done, so the commercial break is over, and our bald heads are here.
That's true. Yeah. My head is more bald than yours because
that's true.
This morning, yeah.
Oh, nice. I shaved like around the beard this morning.
Okay, but not the head. Not about that
level.
No,
I'm not there yet. I mean, I obviously at some point should. I'm just not doing it yet.
I mean, it's, you do you, freak. I believe
I will.
in your ability to make these choices. But CLG versus Golden Guardians. We're on to the riff. Golden Guardians fighting for their playoff lives here. It is a very far outside chance of them making it in, but any scenario where Golden Guardians makes playoffs requires them to win here against CLG.
Absolutely the case. Must 2-0, and even then they need a bit of help. 6th place right now sits at 8 wins. They need the 0-2 from Immortals to have a chance at the postseason. Golden Guardians, what can they show for us here today? Well, they've shown us the Ziggs. I like it. I think it's a cool comp. It is not statistically very strong in solo queue, but that doesn't have to matter. If you can make the roams happen, this is a lane you're supposed to be able to bully, get some pressure, get some plates, knock it down with the Herald, knock it down with the Satchel, then they can start snowballing this early game.
I'm really surprised, I've got to say, that FBI isn't playing the poke style. There are some pretty tanky frontliners over on CLG, so I think that's why he's going lethal tempo and should be playing on hit. But he had played a number of games in a row of the lethality Varus, playing that poke style. And alongside the Ziggs, I was actually expecting to see double Comet, double Scorch, try to really punish this Ezreal. It won't be the case, so we'll see how well they're going to be able to play out this lane, but should be stronger in the front-to-back team fights if that's where we go later on against things like Sejuani and TK, as well as that Renekton.
Yeah, I think that's going to be important to watch for, is what these teamfights actually do look like, because there is some interesting options available. Can't get the knockup, but they do find that stun, the double E. They won't chase into turret range wisely, so both are now going to have to chug his biscuit and all of those potions to stay in lane.
Yeah, that was actually so close. I'm surprised that Closer didn't try to flash the knockup, but if you do that, he would have lost some of the damage from his combo. I believe you lose that Q damage if you don't have that pull through, so probably felt like he needed the extra damage for the full combo there to try to get a kill, and won't be able to get too much, but it does at least get priority for Golden Glue. And in these early levels, that is going to be pretty important, where in this melee versus ranged matchup, you're expecting to get bullied pretty heavily as Sylas, and also attacking someone's health on the Corki is actually that much more important when they're playing Ignite instead of Teleport. Because if you actually chunk him out of lane and push him back to base at a poor timing, then he's going to lose a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, Poboter kind of has to run Ignite here, don't get me wrong. He's against Sylas. The conventional Sylas build is W max. It's a low cooldown and a lot of healing, so he wants for his wounds to be able to handle the matchup. a little bit better, have the chance at all into the guy without the healing being so big. But yeah, it makes lane control harder. And now Golden Glue theoretically could be surrounded. Pobelter's going to spot him. Wiggly the same. Has a flash wave, and here comes the rest of the dive forward. He's got some backup. The skill still comes through. Now here comes the attempt for Closer to get that one. He'll be stunned up soon, though, waiting for the EQ to come back from cooldown. And it's not going to be enough. The double kill comes in for Wiggly.
Wiggly getting both those kills, and Rude on the top side almost taking down Haunter. CLG off to a good start here, but teleport coming through big time for Golden Glue. He can TP back to wave. Well, watch this one more time. The Sejuani was just completely out of vision. They have Jarvan around, they have the Silas around. Golden Glue didn't know that Wiggly was right there, and intelligently Wiggly actually held the Q until after Golden Glue flashed. He was trying to flash to anticipate that knockup, wasn't able to avoid it, and despite the fact that Pobelter gets knocked down, Wiggly was pummeling them that whole time.
Yeah, plenty of damage coming out there. That's going to feel nice, and we get to look back at this mid lane. Small CS lead for Golden Glue. He does have the assist to his name, but obviously Walter has two. And the Summoner Spell advantages. His stuff will cool down sooner, both the Ignite and the Flash. So, let's do again, trying for the play.
Whoa.
Nicely done. That's so much! Woo! That is a solo kill right there. Beautifully done.
Pobelter just got slammed by Golden Glue there. Oh my God, he knocked him down so incredibly quick. And remember, this is now another wave that he's losing. He had no teleport, died. The wave was at his turret, comes back, dies again. Is going to lose even more CS, so he is way down. And now Golden Guardians are looking for a 4-man dive on the bot side because Sejuani is covering mid.
They're nowhere near their turret. It's going to be at least as slow here. Can you find the stun and a stick? Say the exhaust comes down, and okay, a quick satchel pushes them back. Increased range thanks to the most recent buffs, but it means the second plate might drop down. Now, Wiggly is rich, don't get me wrong, but is there a play to be had? Looks like no. That plate will just barely stay up for the time being. 4v3 in the bot lane as the recalls come out. Now, that is a mid wave that Golden Glue is going to sacrifice here. He took a lot of time down here, and that means mid's pushed in.
Look at 6A CS, though. They are getting blasted. We have been watching mid lane, and they're down 20 CS at 530 in the bot lane here. So, very good job by FBI and Huhi winning that bot lane in the 2v2, while Closer and Golden Glue playing around that mid lane, and they're coming out on top there as well.
Oof, big empowered stun from Ruin. Empowered Q comes out, takes a win on that trade. He's got Executioner's Calling, which is going to look nice up against an Aatrox in some of the longer fights here as well. Mid plate is taken. Pulitzer starts to earn back a little bit. You can see the CS score getting closer, again, because of Golden Glue's roam. And that plate is going to make him feel quite a bit more comfortable. That kill, obviously, is still a gold difference, but eking back into this one, CLG feeling, you know, they're winning in top, they're winning in jungle. It's the other lanes that are a little bit hard.
Yeah, they're going to be feeling good about the fact that Golden Guardians weren't able to really get much of anything on that roam. They did push Ezreal off some more waves, so that is an advantage to be had, but Pobelter really did need that time to kind of farm his way back into this matchup, so we'll see. You know, it's interesting because if you do want to go for kill pressure, then you do need the Ignite or some sort of healing debuff against Silas, and going alongside Electrocute and Ignite, it's very clear Pobelter wanted to be able to pressure this matchup and potentially look for kills, but there is also the other option as May get all in again here.
So many spells. He's got the rockets as well from Corki. He's weaving those in. I actually don't know if Corki rockets trigger the Silas passes for the extra damage and the.
They do.
Oh, so you actually have like 15 attack. I mean, not attack literally, but I mean 15 attack speed buffs plus the damage. So now here comes the difficulty on the top side as Haunter. He might have to burn the flash. He'll still be stunned, but the follow through. Actually, the both stuns come out. The second half doesn't do damage. The first half hits though, and that means he's going to stay alive. Ruin a bit low. Has to be careful. This one, Closer has shown up the top side as well.
Yeah, CLG really botched that dive, to be honest. Ruin was the one tanking it, so it should have actually been the Sejuani. But then Ruin starts tanking it. I don't even think Wiggly realized that it wasn't on him because it looked like he was trying to back up when he could have potentially finished off Haunter. That was not handled very well. I do think it should have been a kill, but at the very least, they push Haunter back to base. He does not have teleport, so more farm going to be lost to that tower in what was already a winning matchup for Ruin, but finally finished this point. I think Pobelter basically could have also just gone fleet footwork and teleport and just played the lane to farm, right? And actually just play for team fight strength later on. He did go the more aggressive option and has been punished for it.
And it's the kind of player, I mean, the analysts talked about this, that Golden Glue is, number 2 in isolated deaths, right? Like, he does give up those plays fairly frequently, and if there's a player you're going to, take the slightly riskier option, it would probably be Golden Glue, but as it's turned out, Golden Glue's got the better side of the coin this time around, and his aggressive plays have more or less worked out. And now we got to fight towards the bottom side as the Cloud Drake has spawned, but it's going to reset back. Look at that beautiful Samsung Galaxy Ezreal ult, but it's going to tag nothing.
Ooh, and the blue buff resets.
He's got a mana.
A little bit unfortunate. We'll get helped out, so should be able to knock it down, no problem. But he's actually going to lose some minions to the tower during this, as they had to fully reset that and do it one more time. Might actually even lose a plate, which is pretty annoying if you are Golden Glue off of that.
Yeah, if he greeted for it, he could have gotten plate number 2. Instead, he burned Valkyrie to try to knock down the minion wave a bit more easily, but doesn't get all of it. Has to stay around for a second, but still good damage on the Golden Glue, down to half HP already. And there is a wave clear, easy reset if he wants it. Also easy second plate if he wants it, but instead it's top river. It's going towards this Rift Herald. Golden Guardians are aware of this. They're going to drop a cast minion, and now jungle mid going to show up on both sides. But top lane are difference. Renekton is here and Aatrox is not.
I don't think they should go for this. Renekton is so strong right now, but they are going to TP in. They're going to try anyway.
Big set of stuns, close out the EQ away. He's going to stay alive. FBI is here. Ult is going to tag. That's a lot of damage and ruin. Goes down instantly. Smite comes in for closer. Already it's going pretty well. Haunter going to find Pawelter. Not quite the knock, but Golden Glue gets another kill on the bottom side. And now Pawelter is trying to run for dear life. A Q would kill him. Nowhere to go away. Even just the E forward. Golden Glue and the rest of Golden Guardians get a 3 for 0 plus the Herald.
That worked out so much better than I thought it would. That bot lane combo was sick. FBI TP'd in the middle of the team, hits his ultimate onto Ruin, locking him down, and the Ziggs ult from Hui, who was running over, actually lands right on the sweet spot. Yeah, so let's watch this one more time. This was looking like CLG should be able to win this. They have a really strong soul lane. Wolves are barely able to survive. Now look at this. Ultimate locking him down into the Ziggs ult that was already in the air. Hui and FBI, that was sick. And then Hui is able to just block off the retreat from the Sejuani, throwing down the satchel, throwing down the mines.
Oh,
that was
man.
such a nice play. Damn.
Where else in the river for the Golden Guardian Splash Brothers? That was great. Oh, man. I love seeing things like this work out.
That's so cool.
Ziggs support's got a couple assists on the board there. They've gotten 2 plates in the bottom lane already. Already got player of the game thought out here, Obviously, there's more going on. We're gonna move on for now. But Golden Guardians, CLG is a team that they are definitely capable of beating, and so far, so good for them. Again, a 2-0 gives them the chance at a playoff spot.
At the very least, they'll be ending the season on a high note if they can get that 2-0, which would be feeling really good. FBI has the Blade of Rune King completed. There's the Proto Belt already done for Golden Glue, so 2 pretty big items there for some of their carries. And look at this turret. It's getting very low. It's almost in satchel range, but they're trying to dive Haunter.
This is a lot of damage. Wiggly tanking it up with a ton of extra armor, but no, Haunter just simply too durable, able to tank up the damage. Ninja Tab going to help there as well, and though 2 plates have dropped, he's not going to be dove.
There's a lot of health in the build also. Double Doran's items, the Kindle Gem, and so much life steal when you do pop that ultimate, so it's pretty difficult to actually burst down Haunter when he is at full health like that. Not only did they get that bot lane tower, now Ziggs roams mid. They have the Rift. They're going to knock down 2 towers in a minute or 2. This Ziggs is on a rampage. They're going for 3 towers.
This is going to drop. Mid-tier 2 is just dead to the next Ziggs W. That is the one thing you get out of this one. You can see the little icon shows in satchel range, but watch out. True Shot bars over the top. Who he cannot get in range to throw this one. Now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you can kill that turret even with backdoor bonus on.
Yep.
I don't remember. It's been as long as I've played Ziggs. So if he ever gets near this turret, you can see he's walking up. A little bit of poke. He's like, soon, my turret, you will fall.
That satchel, I think, was still on cooldown from the tier 1. That's just how fast they killed the tier 2 with that second charge coming through. But of course, not worth risking your life to actually knock that down. They can collect that really anytime later on that they get mid lane prio. So Golden Guardians, this bot lane really working out. Didn't even have to go for the Poke Varus. Yes, their top lane is losing, but not by much anymore because Haunter actually got a kill on Pobelter after that Rift Herald fight. The fact that Ruin died during that gave Haunter time to catch up in farm. So he's actually ahead in gold now. Their bot lane is crushing. Their mid lane is ahead. And Golden Guardians all of a sudden are 4,000 gold up at 13 minutes.
And one more thing I want to point out about that mid push, as you were talking about the cooldown of the W still being down, it was still correct to use the satchel on the first turret. Only outer turrets get the bonus extra armor MR as plates fall. Only outer turrets get the even extra bonus as they're dropped in sequence. Meanwhile, only Haunter has undertakes to solo out Ruin here. He's forced to ulti and run for dear life. Next Q's gonna come up. He's nearly got it. The flash followed. He called it. He called the flashes coming. Knew it was in his mind's eye and gets the sweet spot. A solo kill for the other solo laner of Golden Guardians.
Damn, Haunter. Golden Guardians are popping off in week 9. All the lanes getting involved. Sick play from the bot line by the Rift Herald. Solo kill from Golden Glue. Solo kill from Haunter. And now they've caught 6A.
Okay, he's gonna get away from the root, but the bomb's still gonna land, and Smoothie just takes a ride in the blender. Goodbye to you. Golden Guardians 7-2 in this one.
They're going to get a third turret. Ziggs is up here to help knock this down. Passive auto charge. He can charge that right back up. They just have to get it down for satchel range. This strategy is looking awesome. But CLG trying to get something back on the bot side.
Okay, Golden Glue's in a 1 vs 2. Easy stun to be had. True Shot Brush nearly steals the kill away. I appreciate the attempt. Sticks say the shutdown comes through. Pimulter finally on the board.
It's another tower on the top side in the meantime for Golden Guardians. So good pick from CLG. And Wiggly will steal away this blue buff. That's a bit annoying if you are closer. But they are so far ahead now. And the wave clear on the side of CLG is not so good that they can actually just sit back and easily withstand this, right? You're going to move forward as Golden Guardians. You're going to be poking away with Ziggs and Varus and getting yourself access to those towers that you can then really threaten to just knock down so quickly.
Alrighty, another couple of wards dropped down. It's either going to play for top river control, but CLG having to withstand a 4,000 gold deficit only 15 minutes in. Absolutely massive lead right now for Golden Guardians. First Drake was theirs, next Drake spawning in 30 seconds. It's a bit of a slow road towards Dragon Soul overall. First Drake died well after 10 minutes into the game, but it's still decent enough pace, and Golden Guardians, I think, unlikely to let up control, but have to wait and see if CLG can find something to do.
It'll be interesting to see if CLG can slow down the expansion of this gold lead, because thus far Golden Guardians, they've got all the outers. Those are the easier towers to grab, of course. There's much more threat of getting flanked or of people finding a good angle to engage as you do start to assault those tier 2s. They can look to use this Rift Herald for that, though. Mid lane tower is still a satchel away from death, and then you have the Rift to either assault an inhibitor tower or potentially a top or bot lane tower. So Golden Guardians still things to do on the map and not feeling too pressured.
Okay, waiting around for it. Right now, you can kind of take a quick look at the menu waves. You can see that CLG has to defend mid lane slightly on their side of the road. They've got to be, back behind the river there to do it, but bot got pushed in by Pimulter. That's Golden Glue having to hold that one. Pobe has come back up to this side of the map, not spotted by the wards just yet. So theoretically, though they expect him to roam, they don't know exactly where he is. Now he walks by a couple of wards. Now they know what's up right there, but a poke's going to land, who he just keeps earning that money as he has finished the Hextech GLP. First major item completed there for that Ziggs support. See what he can get next up, as gold lead is now 3,500 gold. Golden Guardians actually still earning more throughout time. Dark Seal stacking up, the stats still going up for one of the two primary mage carries on the squad.
GLP is pretty cool. I think he could have gone Ludens here as well, but he's going to give him the ability to actually help to kite back. When there's 3 melee champions on the opposing team and they're having to run through your mines, run through the Hextech GLP slow, that is setting up for easier skill shots to be landed by FBI for the ultimate, for the Q, and it's going to make it very difficult for a lot of CLG members to actually get in there and get a proper engage unless they can really find a flank.
Well, 17:30 into the game, the Inferno blazes, and Golden Guardians are blazing a trail right now through CLG's base. They've knocked down 4 turrets already. None have been answered as of yet. And now Golden Glue clears the wave, finds the stun. Somebody said Juani is here. That's a bit too hot to handle. Zigzol's not going to land. True Shot Barrage tries to heal, tries to run away, can't do it. Wiggly takes him out. Goes running away to the back line as the teleports come in fast and furious. FBI and Ruin both showing up. Not finding any kills though. CLG finally back on the board.
Good pick by CLG. Being able to take down Golden Glue will slow the advance here a bit for Golden Guardians, but Haunter pushing up on that top side, and it was Ruin teleporting down, so some of these minions will be lost, and Haunter's also going to be able to have time to actually pilfer away some of those jungle camps.
And that might mean the Gold League gets to stretch a bit more over time, as yeah, the Gromp is gone. Ironic for being the newest camp on the Rift overall. Want to point that one out. That didn't used to be a camp on that side of the map. It was 2 on bottom side, 1 on the left side. Formerly known as the White. It was an upscaled old, well, what the Raptors used to be.
It is interesting how quickly you get used to what the game currently looks like, and I know this is a tangent, I'll be quick, but it's funny if you go back and look at old Summoner's Rift, how archaic it looks compared to the new one, but yeah, we're so used to it for so long.
I remember being at 2014 Worlds and being like, this is the first Worlds with trinkets. And like 2014 is so long ago in like the League of Legends, or maybe it was 2013, I think it was 2014, I'm pretty sure it was that one. It was like, yeah, it's like, well, okay, that was, you know, more than half the sport's lifetime ago, but when at the time it was brand new.
Yeah, it is funny how time flies, but Golden Guardians, 4-man bot, looking to assault this turret as Huhi poking back and forth. Rift can get dropped. They already got the mid lane tier 2 with the satchel, and this charge from the Rift Herald gonna get it low enough to actually just be executed from Ziggs, so this is gonna be another tower gone.
Doesn't even need to press the spells. He's already got that one. And this inhibitor turret, by the way, they don't have a lot of HP. This charge lands well. It might be in satchel range as well. A little bit of poke's gonna land. Oh, that's in satchel range.
It is.
That turret has gone if they want it. Look at that pickup. Yep, 6 turrets to 1. Finally, top outer falls as Golden Guardians are only poked away enough they can't keep sieging, but the base is in shambles.
They can just not keep their towers alive. These 2 Rift Heralds the Golden Guardians have been able to grab, in addition to all the poke coming out from FBI and Huhi, and the satchel execute, the passive autos from Ziggs, they are crushing these turrets, and CLG is just trying to play scrappy League of Legends, trying to get something back elsewhere. They know they can't really contest in a 5v5 right now, so Ruin just continues the split, grab the tower, try to grab some minions, trying to get something going for them.
Well, Blade of the Rune King is done for Ruin, so you're trying to find a scrappy fight. The best 1v1 fighter item in the game is going to help you do that, so maybe he finds inroads here. Of course, the problem is he is down 2 levels under Haunter, so good luck with that. Ruin King is good, but I don't know if it's that good when you're against Bramble Dust as it is. Nice smite, Wiggly gets blue.
Definitely not that good. I don't think it's going to make someone who's down 2 levels and 2 kills win the 1v1. Plus, the thing is with Haunter, you can kind of safely wave clear pretty easily from this position when you already have a lot of CDR on Aatrox, but CLG going in.
Cleanse able to be used. QSS, there's the dunk to the backside. Can they break down Stixay? Finally chomped up by Smoothie, but here comes Re-engage. Double knockup for Haunter, finds a third, pulls him back. No way out for the Tom Kench. He burns a stopwatch, he burns the flash, but he's still going to be killed off, so all the cooldowns are now missing. Ruin on the wrong side of the tracks to flash over the wall to get away from the trees and the chasing down of Golden, who stole his own ultimate. And that is a kill picked up, and that is an empty road right up towards Baron.
Golden Glue pushing out multiple members by himself there with the stolen Renekton ultimate, and now Golden Guardians straight onto the Baron. They will be able to take this down very fast. Varus has both Blade of the Rune King and the Rage Blade. So they have Golden Glue and Huhi here sitting towards mid lane looking to pick anyone off who does try to come contest, because that Baron down to almost 4,000 health.
Yeah, Huhi can't mark with his body, but he has at least some crowd control. 3k health in the squad. Wiggly going to be the target right now. Just taken down by the 2 of them. Easy smite comes in. Golden Guardians now have the Baron. Pavelter can easily get away with the package. Pulled back in, but yeah, there we go. There's the long-range ulti back out of the way. Ruin going to be able to find 1, though, on the board, and CLG still looking to stick around. Pavelter has to be a little afraid. Has to be careful. Haunter can burn flash if he has to, but the E cooldown is short. Back to the wall he goes. Golden Guardians go 1 for 1 plus the Baron on that one.
CLG at least going to be able to grab a dragon. They're rushing down towards this to try to delay the soul point, especially because it is that infernal soul. That would be so annoying to have over on Golden Guardians comp with all this poke that they have. But GGS, they are up 6,000 plus gold right now.
Theoretically stealable? Okay.
Oh,
that was half a second away from being in steal range, right? That is EQ Flash Smite lands if you are half a second slower on that play. So Bit of a clencher, but end of the day, yes, that is a 5-minute extra reprieve. It'll have to be 32 minutes in by the time Golden Guardians could get Infernal Soul. There is a lot of League to play between now and then. So we'll see.
That remains to be seen. They can't defend any towers before the Baron buff, so I'm nervous for CLG. How easily Golden Guardians took towers, now they have Baron. That is going to get really, really tough. So I do think CLG will have to look for an engage to try to actually stop this eventual siege. They have Haunter pushing down on that bottom side, and they're 4-man strong in the mid lane.
See, Azael, that's just the roll safe meme, right? Can't take Infernal Soul if we lose the game too quick. You know, we had a lot of them earlier on in the day. You know, Flowers was talking about how Cena's going to win the game too fast. Well, CLG is going to go for the play on a Haunter now. Forced to flash and ult to get away, but now he's finding knockups in Ruin. Has to get a big heal. Still alive. Gets
FBI
up by Smoothie. Knockup onto 2. There's FBI in as well. Open up, CLG. Your doors are already gone. We're walking right in. No permission needed. Stixay going to drop now as well. A triple kill for FBI. Another knockup for Haunter.
This is going to do it.
Can't yet find it. But the inhibitor's certainly going to drop. The Golden Guardians hope to stay alive. They gotta win one more after this. They need help from the other teams in the LCS, but just maybe they can grab that 6th seed in the 2020 Spring Split, give another kill, trade it back by the fountain. But there is no way this gets stopped. The Walter can try to wave clear, but you have to believe it's over. Smoothie up in a couple of seconds. The Nexus, though, is laid bare, and Zig's support is undefeated in the LCS.
What a game from the Golden Guardians. That was so hype. Coming out with this cool AP pick in the bot lane from Huhi. It made a lot of sense. We talked about the potential to bring out something like a Syra or a Brand or whatever to actually try to punish this Tahm Kench takeaway, because CLG takes Tahm Kench to say, no, you can't actually have Varus TK. You have to play a more risky lane. But when you're drafting Tahm Kench alongside Ezreal, you are so on the back foot already. And this AP pick really ramped up the speed of the game alongside the Varus. They already were going to get access to the turret through the winning 2v2. Now they had a great way to just dominate and knock down these towers so quick. Add to the fact that Pobelter is getting solo killed by Golden Glue. Now they have priority around the Rift Herald, and they can take multiple of those and just walk around the map, knocking down every single tower. That's a 24-minute game. That's insane.
That's incredible. Very, very well done by Golden Guardians. So happy the door was left open, saying, here's a very defensive lane. Do you want to pick aggro? They did it. The Zig support came through. I am happy to see that. Super well done by them. We will see down the line if they can grab that last playoff spot, because the team they're fighting is Immortals, and they are up next. One more game to play today before we call it for Saturday. It's Immortals versus Dignitas. See you here after this.